Bruce Lee's revolutionary martial art, Jeet Kune Do (JKD), is one of the most influential and enduring legacies in combat sports history. While JKD was born out of Lee's desire to break free from traditional martial arts styles and focus on the most effective techniques, its influence can still be felt today, particularly in mixed martial arts MMA. MMA, which thrives on cross-training in various combat disciplines, owes a significant part of its growth to the principles Lee established in Jeet Kune Do, making him a foundational figure in the evolution of modern MMA. The birth of Jeet Kune Do in the 1960s, Bruce Lee grew disillusioned with the limitations he saw in traditional martial arts, particularly the rigid forms and rituals that often hindered a fighter's ability to adapt in real combat. He wanted a system that was fluid, practical, and free of the constraints that came with fixed styles. From this desire, Jeet Kune Do was born, a martial art that emphasized directness, simplicity, and economy of motion. The central tenet of JKD is to use no way as way, have no limitation as limitation, which encourages practitioners to adopt a philosophy of adaptability instead of adhering to one traditional martial arts style. Lee encouraged his students to adopt what worked for them and discard what didn't. This was revolutionary, as it advocated for a blend of techniques from boxing, Wing Chun, fencing, judo, and other disciplines, with the ultimate goal of enhancing effectiveness in real-world combat situations. The influence of Jeet Kune Do on MMA as a sport grew from the idea of combining various martial arts disciplines into one competitive arena. Early fighters in the UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship were often specialists in one art, but it became evident that the fighters who succeeded were those who could integrate techniques from different styles and adapt to the unpredictable nature of real fights. This is where Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do philosophy laid the groundwork for MMA's development. 1. Cross-training and integration of styles. Perhaps the most obvious influence of JKD on MMA is the sport's emphasis on cross-training. Lee's belief that absorb what is useful, discard what is not became the guiding principle for MMA fighters who train in a variety of disciplines, such as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu (BJJ), Muay Thai, wrestling, and boxing. Like Jeet Kune Do, MMA is about taking the best techniques from each art form and using them in a fluid, adaptable way. Fighters no longer needed to conform to one specific discipline, but instead could integrate techniques from various arts to create a well-rounded fighting style. MMA fighters, just like JKD practitioners, are encouraged to flow with the fight, using the appropriate technique for the situation, whether it's striking, grappling, or submission. This adaptability mirrors the principles Bruce Lee advocated in Jeet Kune Do, which was